Good Wednesday morning, everybody. It is 8:38. I'm up and about. I've done stuff in the bath. I've cleaned the toilet because most of you know I live in a bath, so we've got to do that. All that fun stuff of cleaning toilet, emptying toilets, nearly every day, unless the old man's not there, and I can do it every second day because he poops more than everybody else. But anyway, I am here because it's Wednesday, and I want to share what I've sold the last week because that's what I do every Wednesday. But I also want to chat to you, and yeah, I'm going to probably do this in a two-part thing. I'll do some of it at the shed shortly. Now I'm here. I'm waiting for the old man to get up, and I don't think he's going to get up because him and Miss 16 had both had appointments on Monday afternoon up the Gold Coast. So they both went up together and they stayed the night in Ballina because he had an appointment in Ballina, and it saves him going all the way back and up again. It probably was cheaper for him to do that, but it was nice and peaceful. I had the bed to myself for 2 nights and there was no snoring, so I enjoyed that very much. Yeah, Miss 16 has to have braces done. She has it done up the coast. So anyway, I wanted to share with you that I've got a sale on my shop, 30% off everything. Well, everything in the point of I went to do my 30% off sale on my computer, but I found out my Miss 21 granddaughter has taken my computer, so I had to try and do it on my phone. And you can get desktop on your phone, but it's not as easy to see and make sure everything's functioning right. So I only grabbed some of my items, which is really painful. So some of my items are at 30% and some aren't, which is really annoying, but I'm still selling stuff. And surprisingly enough, when I added it all up last night, I had a really good week, which I didn't know I had because there was quite a few slow days, but it's been quite good. It's probably because I've had quite a few bigger priced sales. Next, my car. I actually stole $230. No, I didn't. I had actually put $236.94 out of 3 items I sold yesterday, this week, last couple of days. So I did that because I thought I'm not putting 120. It's going to take forever. So I put $236.94 of the profit of these particular items because they were super cheap to buy, and I made really good money on them. So my car funds at the moment stand at $2,236.94. We'll make it $2,237, shall we? And actually added, my mum gave me some money a little while ago. I haven't added it on. It's in my bag, but I haven't added it on here. She gave me some money a while ago, and as she says, spend it on myself. Now, as usual, I get told to spend it on ourselves. A lot of us women get told to spend it on ourselves, and we don't. Someone needs something, here's some money. Someone needs something else, here's some money. Something breaks down, here's some money. I don't want to spend it on myself, obviously, but I do, but I don't know what to spend it on because I don't need a lot as long as I can go op shopping. So I ended up taking that money, and I think there's only about 300 left, I think. So I think I'll put that on there. I have to work it out. It's in my account anyway. So I'm probably close to 3,000. I think I'm only a couple of hundred off 3,000 actually. So anyway, but for this event that I'm using the shop, my business for, it's definitely $2,236. Yeah, 70. And the cost that my personal cost for all that I paid out to earn that much money has only been $145. Yes, there is money in reselling, guys. So we're going to go ahead now, and I'm going to show you some of the. I'm not showing everything because it's actually taking up 2 pages or 1.5 pages again, which is great. But I'm not going to show you everything. I'm going to show you some the good stuff, and I'm going to show you some of the little stuff that didn't make me much money and why I want to share it with you. So that's what we're going to do. But for anyone who's still here and who's got this far and has watched this rambling woman, I am Nellie. I live in a big bus with my only 3 grandkids now and 3 dogs, 2 dogs and a puppy, and my husband and a cat and 2 birds. That's what we do. We used to travel Australia. I would love to do it again, but to do that I need to get rid of half the stuff in my shed. And yeah, that's how I live at the moment. And the reason why is because we can't find a house in the area. And to be honest, I don't know where I want to live. I don't know where we want to live. My husband wants to be on the coast, but we want some land to grow our own vegetables. I could live in the country, but I want everyone to be happy, and so I want the coast too, but the coast is not affordable. So we're just in no man's land at the moment, stuck in a showground. But that's me. There's something else I've got to say in that little ramble too, but I can't remember. Don't forget to hit the buttons down below. That'd be wonderful, because I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's taken me a long time to even get this far, and I thank every one of you for for hitting that button down below. And just to get 500, it's just, I've only got 20, 18, 19, 19 or 20, between 20 and 18. It goes up and down because YouTube mucks around with your little algorithms and takes people off, and if you never noticed that. So please make sure you have hit that button and make sure you're still subscribed to me. So yeah, I want to get to 500 because I've got a community tab. Now, before I go any further with this, a live is coming soon. The very first live I do will be just me, and it'll be you guys asking me questions, and I'll try and answer them for you. It could be anything to do with reselling, traveling, raising grandkids, teenagers, yeah, all that sort of stuff. It could be anything you like, as long as it's nice. I might have to have a moderator. I might have to have a moderator so I don't have any trolls. Because I've noticed I had a few thumbs down on my shorts I'm not happy about, but any interaction on my shorts is fine. So come on along, little fellas, and hit that dislike if you have to as well. That's fine. But anyway, let's get started with my what sold this last week. My hair looks awful. I just cut my fringe yesterday a little bit, and I'm wishing I had it now. But anyway, look a bit dicky. But okay, let's go. Not here to look at my dicky hair. You're here to look at what I sold. Now, the very first thing, it didn't sell for a lot of money, but I want to reiterate how a lot of these older books can sell kids books, right? Older kids books. And the Shirley Barber is definitely one to keep an eye out for if you're op shopping. And sometimes you can get the whole set and make a lot more money. Now, I only got $13.50 for this. Sold it was because I had my 30% sale on books before I covered everything. So my sale basically ended, well, it's not even, I ended it early, but it was going to end today, and I was going to restart another one because the auction professor, who I watch a lot, advises to, when your sale ends, to just start another sale. Sorry, trying to get this in the right angle so you're not hitting too much of the mess behind me. Okay, so yeah, so I only made $11.02 for it, the Shirley Barber book, but that's okay because it's money and it only cost me 50 cents, so that's fine. Okay, I'm not even going to do that one. I'll do this one. The antique mug vase was one. Is that right? Good. Yeah, look, just stop touching it. Fiddle far. Oh look, I've got one of my t-shirts on too. Look, I'm moving it again. Don't okay, Boomer me. Now I'm going to get some. My next one's going to have an exclamation mark under Boomer me. My husband didn't even know what a boomer was, for crying out loud. I showed him, but he goes, "And what does that mean?" It's like so scientifically, historically minded, but he has no clue what's going on in the world. Didn't know he was a boomer as well. But anyway, the antique mug was, I actually had it at auction. It only went for $25. I was hoping to get a bit more for it, but you know what? It's going to someone who loves history, and this was from my vintage haul. Now, if you haven't seen my vintage haul and you want to see it, ask me and I'll send the link to you. Otherwise, you've got to scroll and scroll and scroll because it was last year. There's a bit of a backstory to it too. But this one actually has the details of the person who owned it. Now, the person I got it off was 85 years old, and this was her great-great-grandmother's. So yes, I probably could have got more for it, but I had a look. I'm happy to get rid of it. In my hands, it's like most likely to get broken. $21.60 is all I made on it, but I just want to show you that this old stuff like this, it looks nothing super exciting. If you see it on the shelf of the op shop and it's cheap, grab it. I'm not going to go into it, but I sold all the blank VHSs. Made $25.98. Now, I spoke about watching out, make sure there's no white mold in any of the VHSs you buy. Just keep an eye on that. The squatter game, these are good. These are good. It did sit for a while, but I only paid $1 for it. The person wanted me to check to make sure that, and I'm pretty sure I didn't, no, that's right, this is this one, yeah. Make sure the pieces were there, and they were. Might have to move in a minute because the sun is actually trying to get out today. Thankfully, it was pretty cold yesterday. So $30 is what I sold it for. They offered me $30 for it, and I took it. $24.98 I made, so that's good. Now, if you want to see everything, guys, you have to ask me, because to me it's like blah 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 blah. So I'm only going to show you particular things that I think, for me, are a bit more exciting or of interest to you. The alligator, crocodile, timber, Asian timber. This is what I've got written there. Alligator, crocodile, timber, Asian. Okay, this Asian wood carved alligator crocodile thing. Now, I picked it up, and you would have seen it if you follow me about a month ago. I picked up 2 of them for $4 each, and I sold it for $35. I made $26.36 on that $4 item. So they're anything like that, anything carved. Like if you like to get their carved masks and stuff, I particularly don't like them, and I know they sell well. Like one that was there, I probably would have made good money on it. I just find them very creepy, so I don't buy them for that reason. Okay. Let's have a look what else we've got. Oh, okay, I'm going to share these with you because I shared this with you not long back in a video. Stupid buy. Stupid buy. But I'm going to reiterate it here. These collectible bears cost me, they had a whole heap of them at the dark tip shop. Someone just dumped them all at tip. There was, I paid $100 for them all. They cost me $3.50 each. I've lost money here. They cost me $38, this little batch alone, and sold them for $25 just to get them out. Now I've got so many more, and I'm just debating what to do with them. Maybe donate them to kids, I don't know. But anyway, I lost $16.90. What I might do, which might be a better idea, is donate them to the op shop, write a receipt for myself, and have a tax deduction, which will probably be the best idea because I'll make more money. I'll pay less tax if I do that, and I won't lose so much. So $16.90 was a loss this time, okay, which has made me realize I've added this up wrong too, because I added it as a anywho. Yeah, I remember that after. I've got no pen. Okay, my cassettes are still selling, by the way, so cassettes, keep an eye out for cassettes if you can get them super cheap. These two, okay, we're going to talk about this too. I did a shorts on tins the other day. If you haven't been seeing my shorts, I've been doing a few of them lately. Tobacco tins, any type of tobacco tins. These are Dr. Pat tobacco tins. They always sell. I did sell them a lot cheaper than what I usually do or what they can sell for. But any tobacco tins, especially the really older ones, always sell. Anything that's collectible that's alcohol or tobacco related, so well. I've got a really old wooden vintage pipe up there, which I don't really want to sell. There's some things I want to keep. Okay, so I sold them for $22, but I made $18.97 on 2 free tobacco tins. Now, usually, I've actually got more of them packed in the shed. I think I've got another 2. So, and I've sold them before as well, the same ones. So they always sell. Now, this one I want to talk about is my a brooch that I've had. I don't know how long I've had it for. I may have paid about $4 or $5 for it. I can't remember. This is why I write everything down there. Everything I list now, I write it down, and I also write how much I paid for it, and then I write how much I'm selling it for, and I keep an account of my daily, how many listings I'm doing, how much it's cost, and how much I'm hoping to sell it for, which I usually don't sell it for that much. But anyway, stop rambling. Okay, the brooch, the blue brooch beaded thing right here. I sold it only for $32. Now, I didn't make a great deal. I made $24.73, and I found out later from someone who knows a bit about jewelry, I should have put $60 on it. But this is a live and learn thing. Really sorry, my thing's moving. That might be better. A live and learn thing. I've done really well. It's going to keep moving. I've done really well with my brooches so far, and I am making a profit, and that's what the aim of the game is, to make profit on anything we sell. No profit, so that's a good thing. Okay, the Ralph Lauren orange jacket, I only bought it just over a week ago, and I sold it. Someone offered me $35, and I took it because why not? And it's end of winter, and I want all my I've still got so many. I want a lot of my jumpers and jackets to go. That might be another thing. I'll go through all my jackets, and I'll probably donate some, and then I'll work out how much they would have, how much they were that I paid for them, and then that's what I'll do. I'll donate them and take a tax deduction on those as well. $25.36. I'll tell you why in a minute. I'll tell you why. The ski pants. Now, I am skipping things, guys, because I just don't think they're of anything that I buy again, and I want you to look out for. So I'm only just telling you what I think you should look out for, or just little stories. The Mambo ski pants, I was going to sell them originally, then my granddaughter nabbed them, and then she said she didn't want them anymore, so I sold them. I paid $5 for them. I sold them for $45, as you can see, and I made $34.12. The Colorado purse, I only picked that up like last week. Sold it for $28, and it cost me $3. So keep an eye when you're going rummaging. Don't forget to look at the purses and bags. Bags, I find a lot. So I've done better selling purses. I've sold a few purses now. I do better with purses than I do bags generally, and they usually cost a little bit less, and they don't take as much space to store either. So I made $21.23 on that purse. Now, when I say I made, this is profit after the money has been taken out that I originally paid. And to do that, I use eProfit. Now, eProfit link is down below. It is not an affiliate link. I have no affiliate links down there yet. One day I will. It's just time. But that link down below, if you're doing eBay, please go and use that. Open up that and open the app up. Go get the app, put it on your phone, and use that when you're reselling stuff. No, it's not the final pair. Nearly the final, the third pair. I think I got maybe one or two things left of this sportscraft pants that I picked up at the tip shop that you guys remember I picked up. $3 I paid. I only made $14.22 because I sent an offer of $20 just to get rid of them. So I'm happy with that. Now, this is a bolo alert. And you guys know what I always search for. Mambo shirts. Now, I did take an offer. Now, I had this a lot more, and then I think my 30% I took it down a little bit, and then I made an offer. I didn't get as much as I wanted for it, but it only cost me $5, believe it or not. So it's Vinnie's, I think. I think this is a Vinnie's one. This is either a Vinnie's one. It was either $4 or $5 anyway. $120 is what they offered me. Who's not going to take $120 for a $5 shirt? I made $99.81. That went onto my car. That was part of my cost of my car, and that went to build my car cost up. Now, let me think. Yep. One more, and then we're going to go to the shed shortly, and I'm going to show you the rest of them in real life before I pack them up. How's that for an idea? You'll see it in a sec. The orange Gempo coffee tea set. These retro coffee tea sets, especially, I've talked about mugs and cups before. I paid $5 for this lot. I've got another $5 lot. It's probably not as nice quality. There's a few more scratches on it. $36 they offered me, and I said yes, and $26.23 I paid. Now, I've got them all wrapped, but I've got to go get another box that's going to be perfect size, probably double box it. Just perfect size for them so they don't get broken. I don't think they'll get broken. I've packed them really well with bubble wrap. But these sort of things is what you need to look out for, these retro type things, because they're really popular with the younger people that are opening coffee shops, all that sort of stuff. Now, we're going to stop there, because the other things is cassettes and yeah. We are going to stop there. I will show you the rest of the stuff when I get to the shed, and I'll actually unpack them, and then I'm going to show you physically what I sold and what I got for them, because I thought that'd be a nice little different way of doing it. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in a minute. So here we are at my shed. Good, probably half hour to an hour later after I just spoke to you. For you, it was just a second ago. Anyway, I thought, because I haven't packed my Mambo shirt, I thought I'd quickly show you. It's all crushed in all its crushed glory. This is the Mambo shirt. Like, nothing spectacular, nothing that's going to go, oh, look at that. But always look out for this label, Mambo Loud. Now, these are not the Mambo Loud that I look for. The Mambo Loud I look for look like this. And I talk about them all the time. You go, it's one of the things I look for. It's my little bolo that I try and find every time I go into an op shop. I always head to the men's clothes, and I always have a look to see if this is it. This was, I think this one, I can't remember, I think this one I did get from Salvo's. Some Vinnie's, I'm pretty sure, because I turned around and there it was. It's what happens to me a lot. Or is this one, either that one or is that Salvo's here? All I know is oftentimes I'll go, and I've already been in the area and I've turned around and there it is. They must just put it there for me. I always sell them. They always go, and so that's a $120 shirt right there. So I've sold that, you know that. I've got my little notes here, so I'll be looking over here to see where I'm up to. Okay, cassettes. Now I want to show you something that you guys are going to go, really, people buy this stuff. They did not go for a great deal of money. And I want you to remember too, if you have a sale on books and you've got some books that are super cheap, it's going to be painful. Like this book here. This book here, I now have to spend time packing and wrapping, and I only made like $3. Because it only sold for $5.50. But that's the sort of stuff that happens, and you have cheap stuff listed on your eBay store, and you have a sale. It did not cost me any money, so that was a good thing. But I want to show you these two books that I recently, well, I just sold on the weekend, but I only recently got. Now there's a whole pile of this particular old Penguin books up the back there. This one here, I sold for $12. I made $10. Now I probably paid maybe 10 cents, 20 cents each for these, so I'm making good profit. But don't diss these old Penguin books. Some of the old Penguin books, especially if they're first editions, or some of the old books, even if they're first edition, especially if they're first edition, can go for money. They don't have to be first edition though to make good money. I think this was, I can't remember, this was a 1970s one. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, this originally came out in 57, but this is a 1971 book. So if you found a 57 one, you'd make a lot more money. This one here is another one. This is a really old one. This is from 1940s. This is The Good Soldier, as you can see. It's actually even got the old advertisement on the back from the 1940s. This one didn't sell for a great deal, but I want to show you that it did sell. Again, probably about 20 cents, 10 cents if I'm lucky. I got $8.26 for this book. Cost me nothing, basically. They paid $10 for it on my 30% sale. I don't know if I even grabbed the 30% sale. I can't remember. You'll see it up here somewhere. Here or here. But look at it. It's not even in wonderful condition. Like I advertise all that. There's markings on it. You can see the foxing inside it. It doesn't matter. People will buy these books anyway. Now I have a feeling this may be an original era. No, it's not even 41. So it's a 5th edition, and it's still sold. So this is sort of things. Don't diss the old books like that. And you know I love my old books. Let's keep going with something else. It doesn't happen till later, but I'm going to show you anyway since we're up to the paper stuff. I talked about old music sheets not long back. Now I had someone looking at this for such a long time. It's only got $5 on it. It took forever to pay for it if it's the same person. Music sheets, look at it. It's not in great condition, but it's old, and you can see what it's called. I wonder what I look like. I know I look terrible. We all look terrible most of the time. I think the only ones that look great are the ones in the movies. But yeah, so this is a really old one. I think it was I can't remember what year it was, but it's in the 1930s, I believe. So yeah, and then we can see the tears and stuff. So that sold for $5. I want to share that with you. And my cassettes always sell. And going along the book theme, I'm going to finish off the book theme now. Two lots of books. Now this one I got for $1 not long back, remember, and I didn't like it. They don't sell for a great deal, but I still made $23.23 from my pocket out of this book. So that was a good buy to get. I did think it would be worth a bit more, but it wasn't. I've sold the Fenton. Fenton milk glass can often sell quite well, especially if you get the hobnail. I'll show you quickly the hobnail type glassware. This is a Fenton. It's been stamped Fenton, and people like to collect this sort of stuff. This one I've had forever and a day. Then it was unlisted for such a long time, and I listed it again a couple of months ago, I think. I only made $17, but it only cost me about $2 anyway, so that's fine. 2 or 3, I can't remember. It's around that area. Yeah. I've got some scrubs. I finally sold some scrubs, you know, the nurses' shirts. The Crocodile, this vase. Now, you guys know I started picking up a lot of poetry stuff. I didn't know if this would sell or not, but I loved it because of the uniqueness, that it's just different. I like different stuff like that, you know, and if I had a home, it probably would be something I collect, but knowing me, I just need a car. I need a car. So things are going for that reason. Now, this has Crotona written on the bottom of it. You can see that right there. But I ended up selling it for $34.97 because it was on my 30% off, and I made $26.33. And what did I pay? Probably $4, maybe $3 or $4 for that. So it was a lovely vase. I'm going to show you these other books. I'll show them in a second. I've got some plates at the other shed, and I'm hoping these particular sheets that I was going to show you these vintage sheets right here. I hope they're at the other shed too, because they're definitely not here, and I've just gone through the boxes. So yeah, hopefully I find them. I know I saw them not long back, but anyway, they're somewhere. There's something in the car I'll show you in a second. And I sold an autograph dress, just over here. Now, I didn't get a lot for it, but I only paid $4 for it, and I only bought it probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I made $16 on it. And autograph is a really good one to look out for, especially get them when they're already tagged. So, you know, I didn't make a great deal. It was a lot less than I asked for, but she offered me 20. I said 24. Now I think I had 35 on it, so I just want it gone. I just want all that sort of clothing gone. And I sold some books over there, the Matthew Riley books, which is some novels. Oh, I want to get rid of my novels, you know that. Now we're going to go back one step to show you. I'm going to show you this in the car first. last year sometime I bought a whole heap of stuff. I was on Facebook Marketplace and someone was selling a whole batch of army type and vintage little bits and pieces. If you saw my short video yesterday, you would have seen a little perfume bottle. If you haven't seen it, go have a look. That was in it. I'm pretty sure that was in it. And this particular item, and a whole heap of army badges and coins and tokens and all that sort of stuff, other little bits and pieces I haven't even listed yet. But I wanted to share this with you. It is a whistle. It is from the early 1900s. London Reserve, Police Reserve, made by the Hudson and Co. in Birmingham. Now, it works. My kids were testing it out. Yeah, so it works. It's the best. I'm not whistling yet properly. I can usually whistle well, so I can whistle with that. Okay, I had this up for around $100. I had a few lookers on it, and when my 30% sale went on, I made, well, I should be able to do that. No, actually, it was $80-something I made on this one, I think. Let me have a look. I've got it written here. Here we are. $84 it sold for. $71.28 I made. Now, for that whole box of stuff, I probably only paid maybe $4 or $5 each for each item. You know what I mean? It just works out that. So I've made decent profit. So that money for that went on to my car. $71 went onto my car for that one. And lastly, which I'm going to then end the video so I can get it edited and sent off, and I've got so much to do today. I've got to go back and get the old man, and I've got to get, he wants to go do some laps and do the groceries, and 16's got to take a dog into his injection, and I might have to get to some op shops yet. I don't know, most likely, because I'm over that side of town. But anyway, these. If you have these and you find these, do grab these because they sell really well. Now these still sold. These went to my car. They sold. I paid about $3-4 for these. That's all. Like maybe $2, $3, $4, maybe $4, $5 at the max, right? But I made, someone paid $78.95. Now I think that was on the 30% off. I can't remember if it was or not, because like I said, some items grabbed and some didn't, but we'll see it here. Here, I think that's the side, one side of it. Okay, you'll see it somewhere here. And I made $65.85. That also went to my car. So the old Coles books. I used to get given these a lot. I think I've got a really, really, really old one up in my storage shed up north. I used to get these given a lot, you know, for Christmas and stuff from my auntie. She loved these. I always found them quite creepy. I am not a big fan of them. I don't know what you think, guys. I know a lot of you boomers out there have probably seen them too, but and I also don't like animals that are dressed in human clothing, except for Peter Rabbit. I just really find it really icky. Couldn't work it out for a long time why I didn't like those sort of books. It wasn't until I was an adult a few years ago. I thought that's why, because I don't like seeing animals dressed in adult, like people clothes. But anyway, I think that's it. Now, the cost of all that I've sold this week cost me $91.90. I'm not going to even worry about the eBay fees because you really don't care. I'm going to tell you my profit. Because I made a mistake here with the $16 that I lost. So 80, 60, take 10, 850, around $854. $854 profit, guys. That's why I was able to put $236 towards my car. So I'm really, really happy with that. I didn't think I did that well, honestly, because it's sort of been a bit of a dribby and drabby, but I think those bigger items, those higher priced items, is what got me over the line. And they're the items I like to look for. Any profit over $20 is great. More than that, I'm on a winning target to my car. So thank you for watching, guys. That's the end of my video. I have to get all this. I've got like, I don't even know how many. Hang on, I'll tell you. I've got 27 items to post today, and I've only packed half of them. Just be like behind me. I've already packed them on before my husband went away. I did it on Sunday because he had the car for 2 days. So I have spent all day yesterday. So yeah, I've got all them to. I don't think I'm going to pack them all today. I think I'm going to post the ones I've already wrapped, and do the rest of them later this afternoon or tomorrow, because it's a heck of a lot. I don't think I'm going to get it all done. Maybe some of it, but anyway, I've got to post all that. It was good having no car actually, because I'm one of those people that just doesn't sit. I can't sit very well for very long if I want to get going and do stuff. And having no car for the last 2 days helped me eventually, after procrastinating for half a day, get all my tax receipts done for 21-20, all from last year, all from the last year's tax. I sat down and I did that over the last 2 days. Yesterday I probably was there for about 8 hours finishing it off and writing it on the books. I got myself an account to see on Friday. Yeah, and yeah, that's all done. That was a huge big, if you guys remember the big bag of receipts I had that I'd bagged them into months, but I hadn't bagged them into, I hadn't booked them, I haven't put them in books at all. Now this year I've been really good. I've been on top of it and doing it every day, so I'm not going to ever do that to myself again. So word to the wise, make sure you have your bookwork started properly from the beginning, and if you haven't started yet, do it now before it gets too far ahead. And yeah, if you're not a numbers person, you haven't got an accountant or anything like that, do it. Okay, I'm going to go because I need to get this done. Keep an eye out. One day I'll do a little quick thingy up. I'll probably pop a little thing up to say when my live's going to be on. We're going to have just a me live. We're going to have an auction live very soon. If you love auctions, a lot of this stock, someone suggested I move some of this stock, so it might be something that's interesting to you. If you see anything that you like on my eBay store, which is linked down below, please go and make an offer, leave me a message and say that you're a follower of mine, and we'll get a little bit extra as well. And yeah, so there you go, guys. Thank you for watching and putting up with my ramblings, and I'm going to go because it's a long video again. Take care. See you soon. Bye.